You're watching KARK4 News at 4.
Welcome back. Baptist Health's 32nd Bolo Bash Luncheon is happening next month with the help of Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier. The Bolo Bash will feature a fashion show and conversation with designer Jude Connolly Zimmerman. We are absolutely thrilled to have Kevin Frazier with us today to talk about this fun and important fundraiser. Kevin, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today.
I am so excited to get down to Little Rock. I cannot wait.
We're excited to have you, especially about this Bolo Bash. It's coming up October 12th. We're going to get to tickets and how viewers can participate in just a moment. But I want to start with you. What an amazing career that you've had on Entertainment Tonight.
Listen, I have one of the greatest jobs ever. It is one of those jobs where you pinch yourself all the time when you find yourself in the middle of, be it the red carpet at the Emmys or even backstage or, drinking champagne with Snoop. There are all kinds of things that I've gotten to do because of this job. It is fantastic. It's fun. And I feel like it's an honor, honestly.
And we love seeing the show. It airs, by the way, each night at 6:30 right here on KARK. But for viewers who watch, what's something that happens behind the scenes that maybe people might find interesting?
Well, people may not fully understand that Nichelle Turner and I have known each other for decades, and we are very close, my co-anchor and I. Her office is just on the other side of this wall, so I have often had her banging on the wall. I can hear when she plays music each and every day. She will usually dance her way in here at some point and steal water from my fridge. But, it is a real family atmosphere. Well, let me just say this. It's a real brother and sister atmosphere. So there are those days where, we will be literally on the stage fighting like cats and dogs, and then up here sharing a lunch together. It's a true brother-sister relationship.
And it absolutely works for hosts, like you said, running and grabbing and water. It's just, two friends kind of doing what you guys do.
No, she literally runs and opens the fridge, steals the water, and then as she's walking by, she'll yell, "I took water." She'll walk then outside, so I can't see how much she took, but she's like, "I took water."
She keeps it vague, of course. So beyond Entertainment Tonight, what's going on with you?
You know what? Always busy, being a busy dad and following my kids. But also, literally, I am getting ready to get on a plane this afternoon to go over for the royal funeral, for the Queen's funeral in London. This job just keeps you moving and going. So, very excited to be a part of history, covered both of the royal weddings in the last decade for us with Harry and Meghan, and then William and Kate. And so the pageantry of that moment as, the world loses a monarch who has reigned for so long, the longest reigning monarch in British history. So it'll be it's a very interesting moment in time, a very interesting transition, and interesting to watch all the family drama that's going on behind the scenes.
And of course, with that travel, you're going to be here in Little Rock in just a month for Baptist Health and the gala. You mentioned that you love Little Rock. Have you been here before? Anything you're trying to do when you're here?
Okay, so this is really funny. The first time I came to Little Rock, I came for for President Clinton's library opening, and all the presidents were there. It was amazing, and I don't know whether you remember or not, it was a monsoon too. It was insane, the rain that day, but it was still such a beautiful moment. The library is spectacular, and that day the Secret Service actually let us hang out near George Bush's beast, his beast car, so we could hide from the rain.
Oh, wow.
But well, I'll just never forget that day. The rain just kept coming, and standing there with Bono. So I'm huddled next to the beast with Bono in the pouring rain. And I'm like, how likely is my life that I'm in Arkansas with a bunch of presidents, and I'm standing next to Bono talking to him in the pouring rain?
That's
it was wild.
The wonders of the natural state. You never know who you're going to run into and what's going to happen here.
Make that the truth.
And especially with this luncheon that's coming up, all of the benefits this year are going to the Baptist Health's NICU. Of course, that's a very important cause. Why is this something that you personally wanted to be a part of?
Well, people may not know this about me. My little brother was in the NICU when he was born. He was born premature, and there was, for a while, it was really touch and go with him. And I remember being a little kid, not being able to see my brother for a long time. But what I do know is the doctors and nurses that helped him get well, and he had to have a hernia surgery. right after he was born. And so it was a scary time. And I wondered, would I ever get to see my brother? And, one of the things my parents really talked to me about is those doctors and nurses that were there from the very beginning to make sure he was healthy. And I mean, now he's a grown man with his own children, but we forget the wonders of medicine and those champions who help take care of babies when they are struggling or in trouble. And so it was a no-brainer for me when the call came in. I was like, I'll be there. I will be there.
Absolutely. It's a cause that touches so many people. We're so glad that you could be participating in this year. Finally, for viewers who want to check it out, who want to donate and help out, what's some information on how they can get tickets?
I want to get it right. I'm going to read it from my piece of paper, but you can go to BaptistHealthFoundation.org or by calling the foundation at 501-202-1839. And look, we will see you there on October the 12th. You can purchase the tickets online, so make it easy. We'll get there. I got a preview of some of the fashions you will see. I've had a chance to talk to Jude Connolly Zimmerman. She is fantastic. Her story is fascinating. We're going to have great models, some models from the hospital. So you'll get to see people who have been touched by this NICU and folks who work there. And it's going to be a great afternoon. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get down there.
It is. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're so glad that you're coming. We will absolutely see you there. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you from England next time.
Of course.